Do you have trouble lasting long enough to truly satisfy your partner during sex? Well, the good news is this is 100% treatable and you can cure premature ejaculation for life. And in this video, I'm gonna share why you have it, how to fix it, and the #1 key to curing premature ejaculation that you won't find from your doctor because it actually comes from learned experience and years of failure. You see, I struggled with premature ejaculation and performance anxiety for over 15 years, and I don't wanna see you make the same mistakes that I did. I've gone from obsessing over my sexual performance and it being my biggest weakness to sex becoming my biggest strength and a huge source of confidence in my life. And I'm gonna explain exactly how I did it. But first, we need to understand why this is even happening to us. Studies show that up to 30 to 50% of men will experience premature ejaculation at some point in their lives, and it is the most common sexual dysfunction among men. Well, if you grew up like me, quickly masturbating to porn so you don't get caught, then it was often a race to ejaculate as fast as possible. So there was the shame of masturbation, there was the fear of getting caught, and this was all mixed with our experience of pleasure and ejaculation. So basically we condition ourselves to go quickly and experience fear with pleasure. And if this is how you practice for years and years, of course, it makes sense that this would happen during sex with a partner. Not to mention, there is a huge pressure on men to be able to perform in the bedroom, and this expectation that we should somehow be amazing in bed, which is really unfair considering no one teaches us how to have sex or how to deal with these performance anxieties. And this pressure often leads to overthinking, obsessing about the issue, and it can have a really negative impact on our mental health. Now, if you go to a doctor, they will try to give you numbing creams or SSRIs, but we know deep down this isn't the answer to the problem. I even have doctors who reach out to me for help because they also don't want to take these medications. So clearly there is something much deeper going on here. Now, I'm gonna break down my 3-step process to get full control in the bedroom and the #1 key to curing premature ejaculation for life that your doctor can't help you with. Kegel exercises are the most common physical approach to try and solve premature ejaculation by strengthening the PC muscle. The PC muscle is located right here and it stretches across your pelvis to the back of your spine. And you can feel it in between your testicles and your anus. Your PC muscle contracts during orgasm and ejaculation. And now there are apps and regimens men will use to strengthen that PC muscle as a quick fix for premature ejaculation. Now, the problem with this is that most men who have premature ejaculation already have an overly tight pelvic floor from clenching when they're stressed. So Kegel exercises will only make their PE even worse. Now, something that can actually stop premature ejaculation for a lot of guys is loosening up their pelvic floor by reducing the tension and doing perineum massage for 3 to 5 minutes a day or reverse Kegels instead. Now, my first step in the process is also a physical approach, but it is about changing your masturbation habits. And that means removing porn, taking your time, creating safety, using your entire body, and edging to learn your arousal and know exactly what your point of no return is. And this allows you to know your limits so you can be in full control. But in order to nail this down, you also need this next step here. Now, the next step is a more mental approach that focuses on quieting the mind. That as soon as your mind starts going into thought, worrying about failure or going too quickly, you automatically connect to your breath and move that energy up and down using the microcosmic orbit. This is a continuous breath. In through the nose, fill your entire body with air, and then out the mouth with sound. But there also needs to be a belief in yourself, a knowing that you can overcome this issue, and an ability to silence that negative self-talk and say, off, I got this, before foreplay even starts. For the guys who've been on a self-help journey and are really diving deep into their behavior and relationships, then you know it goes a lot further than just the physical and the mental. There is also an emotional aspect that needs to be addressed, and frankly, a lot of men don't have the courage to go there yet. And this is the ultimate accountability, to own your deepest insecurities and face them head on. This might mean learning how to speak your truth or release anger and feel your emotions, because sometimes solving this issue is about so much more than just problems in the bedroom. And if you're a guy who's not really struggling with premature ejaculation too much, then you can probably get away with fixing one of these 3 areas on your own and see an improvement right away. However, if you are really struggling with this issue, and this is something that is affecting your mental health, it's affecting your confidence, and it's affecting your relationships with women, then you need to know this final key to curing premature ejaculation right here. Because navigating all these different aspects on your own can be so difficult and overwhelming. I wasted over 15 years before I realized that I needed to swallow my pride and actually reach out for help. Because if you don't have any feedback, you are essentially flying blind and don't even know if you're doing any of the exercises correctly. And this can result in a lot of frustration, failure, and wasted time. Now, the key for me was being able to actually speak about my practices and get the direct coaching and guidance from someone who experienced this and solved the issue themselves. And this was an absolute game changer for me. I went from fear and anxiety in the bedroom to complete confidence and full control. And it only took a couple of weeks to see a huge shift. Now, if you are really struggling with this issue and are looking for direct coaching and support right now to fix it once and for all, click the link below for my free training and book a call directly with me. And if not, make sure you check out this next video here on female pleasure. So in the meantime, you can give your partner some of the best orgasms of her life.